Honorable Speaker, on the nominee by the name, Honorable Speaker, the nominee who, Honorable Malonza, Peninah Malonza, OGW, who was nominated as a Cabinet Secretary for Tourism, Wildlife and Heritage. Honorable Speaker, again, it is important to state that this was a decision by the committee. But at the end of the day, Honorable Speaker, again, the committee works on behalf of the plenary and on behalf of this House, and it is up to the House to make a decision on all these nominees and decide whether to approve or disapprove them, Honorable Speaker. And it's important, Honorable Speaker, to note that, Honorable Speaker, this particular nominee and the decision of the committee, Honorable Speaker, to reject her nomination is not a vindication, Honorable Speaker, on her suitability per se to hold public office. We did consider and look at her academic credentials, Honorable Speaker, and the nominee is very well qualified in terms of her academic credentials. She is a holder of a master's degree in project planning and management, which she got in 2008. She has a higher diploma in psychology, counseling management, and a Bachelor of Arts in anthropology, all from the University of Nairobi. The anthropology degree she graduated in 1998, and with a master's in project planning and management that she graduated in 2008. 1998 for undergraduate and 2008 for her master's degree. And she has also undertaken several short courses, Honorable Speaker. It's also important, Honorable Speaker, to state that the nominee did meet all the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity, having obtained her clearance certificate, just like all the other nominees. Honorable Speaker, it is also on record that this particular nominee, Ms. Peninah Malonza, has not been charged in any court of law in the past 3 years. And Honorable Speaker, in terms of her political party affiliation, as much as it was noted she was a member of UDA, having ran as a women rep in her home county, Honorable Speaker, she does not hold office in any political party. Honorable Speaker, we also noted that the nominee has never been dismissed from office under Article 75 of the Constitution for contravention of the provisions of Article 75, Subarticle 1 on conflict of interest, or on Article 76 on financial probity, or Article 77 on restriction of activities on activities of state officers, and Article 78(2) on dual citizenship, as she's only a Kenyan citizen in line with our Constitution, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the committee, in considering this particular nominee, if you read on page 109, we do state that the nominee did not demonstrate knowledge of topical, administrative, and technical issues touching on the Ministry of Tourism and Heritage. Consequently, the nominee lacks requisite abilities and experience to serve as a Cabinet Secretary for Tourism, Wildlife, and Heritage. And, Honorable Speaker, that's why I'm stating this recommendation by the committee, Honorable Speaker, is not in any way an indictment on Ms. Peninah Malonza. We have not indicted her on her credibility in terms of her integrity in line with our Constitution, not on her credibility in terms of her academic qualifications, or indeed even her work experience. She has a very rich history, having worked as a deputy governor under Governor Malombe in Kitui County. She was the deputy governor between 2013 and 2017. She was a director and training partner and support director for Compassion International, the Kenya office, between the year 2012 and 2013. And she also served as the program supervisor of Compassion International during the period 2010 to 2012, and a senior program facilitator from 2009 to 2010, program facilitator during the year 2006 to 2009 for Compassion International. The nominee also served as the project director for Changamwe Baptist Church between 2002 and 2006, and she has also served as a project coordinator for AMREF Kenya at Kibera-based Health Community Care Program in 1999. Honorable Speaker, I'm only enumerating this because it be misconstrued, Honorable Speaker, that having looked at her qualifications, having looked at her integrity, the committee did not find anything that would make her not pass or suitable as cabinet nominee for tourism. It is only out of the one-on-one interview. And Honorable Speaker, is good to mention, Honorable Speaker, and many of us in this House may take it for granted, that when you walk into an interview room where you find members of parliament that probably who you only see on TV, Honorable Speaker, staring at you with close to 30 or 40 cameras also focusing on you, it is probable, Honorable Speaker, that a nominee, and indeed I saw this happen, not just to this particular nominee, to at least a minimum of 4 nominees who panicked and could at times lose their line of thinking and forget very simple basic things, Honorable Speaker. And at times it took members to crack a joke or two to allow them to relax. And Honorable Speaker, we must appreciate that this lady also, besides having been deputy governor, she lost as deputy governor in 2017 when Governor Malombe lost elections in 2017. But she recollected herself and ran for women rep under a UDA ticket in her home county. And you know Kitui County was not a UDA or a Kenya Kwanza stronghold. But she did extremely well. And Honorable Speaker, having come from an election that she had lost, Honorable Speaker, and she is now subjected to a grueling, almost close to 2 hours, with cameras, Honorable Speaker, focusing on her. And Honorable Speaker, I must declare that I did meet the nominee the following day, I think a day or two, at the Mashujaa Day celebrations at Uhuru Gardens. And she was indeed remorseful that she was a bit shaken when she appeared for the interview. And I understood her, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, I only speak about her, Honorable Speaker, because I want to state it to the country and honorable members in this House that in consideration of everything that was tabled before the committee, there was absolutely nothing adverse against Peninah Malonza. And her case now rests in the hands of the honorable members of this august House for you to decide what you want to do with her, as the fate of the other 23 nominees rests.
Order, honorable members. Order. Order, honorable members. We shall listen to the majority leader in silence.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for protecting me. But I know these honorable members know what I'm speaking about, because many other Kenyans, Honorable Speaker, attend job interviews and perform in different ways, and we all react in different ways to shock. We react in different ways to being in situations and environments that you are not used to, Honorable Speaker. And without seeming to be speaking for anybody, Honorable Speaker, I was saying that the fate of all these 24 nominees submitted to us by His Excellency the President now rests in your hands, honorable members. But it's also worth noting, Honorable Speaker, that we are nominating, or we are considering for approval, Cabinet Secretary nominees who, if approved by this House, Honorable Speaker, and upon being sworn in, will now assume the offices of Cabinet Secretaries, Honorable Speaker. His Excellency the President has indicated when he addressed this House, Honorable Speaker, that he intends to ask the House, and he did request the House, to consider amending our standing orders, Honorable Speaker, to allow these Cabinet Secretaries to appear in this House, Honorable Speaker, right where you are, Honorable Speaker, next to you, in the Civil Servants Bench, Honorable Speaker, to be able to answer questions and statements from members of Parliament and from Kenyans, Honorable Speaker, so that as the people's representatives, you are able to hold all these Cabinet Secretaries to account, to ensure that they are serving the interests of the people we represent in the offices that they hold, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I just wish, Honorable Speaker, to beg the members who are shouting. I know you just came from some market somewhere, but you are now in the National Assembly. drop the market manners from the market you came from and allow us to debate what we are debating, Honorable Speaker. And I had stated, you will have your say and you will say it, Honorable Speaker. And I was saying accountability will be key under the administration of William Ruto. And I want to challenge all of us in this House, Honorable Speaker. Let us play our oversight role. Honorable Speaker, Kenyans will bear as witness, Honorable Speaker, that as we vetted, Honorable Speaker, the Speaker as a chair moderated without regard to political affiliation. Ourselves, we vetted these cabinet secretaries without regard to our political affiliations, and we put questions to them to be able to ascertain their suitability, Honorable Speaker, and that is how we found all of them suitable, Honorable Speaker, to be able to serve in public office, with the exception of what I have stated, Honorable Speaker, and what I have said is now in the hands of all of us here. Honorable Speaker, with those very many remarks, I want to beg to move this motion, Honorable Speaker, and I want to request the Deputy Leader of Majority, the Honorable Owen Baya, to second the motion, as I thank Honorable Speaker, all the members of the committee, and indeed all the members of the House, and as I beg that we do consider and approve these nominees. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.